All right, we're going to go through the first three things that my $20 million mentor taught me when I started this industry. And it was kind of a shock because the things were so simple. I thought they were so common sense. And I actually wanted to have a lot more in-depth training. And then I learned how in-depth these principles were. And so I use these principles all of the time now. And so I think they're fascinating because this guy is one of the best recruiters I've ever seen in the entire industry of network marketing. And so you're going to want to write down these tips. You're going to want to write down what your insights are. Before we get started, as always, please give a shout out from your city, state, country, province, wherever you want, wherever you are. Even if you're watching the replay, please do that. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, if you end up sharing this Facebook Live, please drop a share in the comments. I want to make sure that I give you guys a big shout out. So tip number one that I was given by my $20 million mentor, he said, recruit yourself. I'm like, well, what do you mean recruit myself? Like, I'm in this, I'm going to make this thing happen. He said, the hardest person you're ever going to have to recruit is yourself. And I said, but I've recruited myself. He said, but have you really recruited yourself? Because if you end up quitting this business 6 months from now, you didn't really recruit yourself. How do you expect anybody to follow you if 6 months later you make some excuse and say, oh yeah, it didn't work out for me? You were never really truly committed to this. You got to be the type of person that no matter what, you're going to go through the highs and the lows. No matter what, you're going to be in this business 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. You're going to be in this industry because you have recruited yourself. Once you've done that, now all of a sudden you have a different type of swag, right? A different type of confidence, as we say. Now all of a sudden you've got this confidence where when people hear that tone of your voice, when they hear that passion, they know that you're going places. They know that it may take you longer than you had hoped, but they know you're going to do whatever it takes. And I promise you, the world loves boldness. It makes people curious. It's contagious. And it's going to be really hard to recruit other people when you haven't quite yet recruited yourself. So ask yourself this question. Have you recruited yourself? If you've recruited yourself, please drop a 1 in the comments. So ask yourself that. Have you really recruited yourself? You may want to recruit yourself. You may hope that you have, but have you recruited yourself? Step number 2 that my $20 million mentor gave me. So I'm starting to listen now. I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. In the beginning, I'm like, okay, recruit yourself. That sounds common sense. Step number 2, I thought this was really important, but at the beginning, it sounded so simple. He said, find a friend. And I call it now find a battle buddy. But he said, find a friend. And I'm like, well, yeah, of course I want to go find a friend in this business. So he said, no, you have got to find that friend in this business. You got to find that friend that you're going through the journey together. You got to find that friend where you can go through the highs and the lows together, because one day you're going to get your butt kicked in this business and you're going to call that friend and maybe they had a good day and they're going to build you up. And maybe one day it's going to be the opposite where you had a great day and they got their butt kicked and they're going to call you and you guys are going to bring each other up. You're going to synergize. You're going to have something that you're doing together. And so it doesn't matter. It could be somebody who's upline. It could be someone who's sideline. It could be someone who's downline. But in this business, you got to find that battle buddy. You got to find that person that you're going through this together. And so as you're doing this, go and find that friend. So if you found that friend already in this business, please drop an emoji. It could be the fist bump emoji. It could be the fire emoji, but drop an emoji. If you're still looking for that friend, that's okay. Some people, it takes a couple years to find it. Some people are lucky and find it right away. But drop a 3 in the comments if you're still looking and you're still looking to find the friend. And as always, again, if you share this Facebook Live, please drop a share in the comments so we can recognize you. Step number 3. So I'm starting to listen now. I'm more intrigued, right? Well, when someone's made $20 million, you're always listening, but I'm starting to listen more in depth. I'm like, these are good. These are simple, because what works is what duplicates. These are simple tips, but these are so invaluable. They're going to help you so much. So he goes through all these steps and he says, step number 3 is the one that people forget about. And I'm like, okay, what is it? He said, have fun. And I'm thinking again, like common sense. Of course I want to have fun. And he said, having fun is making money. I said, all right, now you're speaking my language. Having fun is helping other people make money. Okay. And as he's going through this, I'm starting to think about that. So having fun, helping other people make money. If you have found your battle buddy, tag them in this Facebook Live. So if you've got that battle buddy and you were dropping an emoji, tag that person here right now. Okay, so he's going through that, having fun. Having fun is making money. Having fun is helping other people make money. Having fun is perspective. It's the intangibles. It's the things that you're learning. It's the personal development. It's the leader you're becoming. It's the person you're becoming. I always tell people I'm a better father. I'm a better friend. I'm a better husband. I'm a better person. I'm a better neighbor. I'm a better everything because of this industry. And so having fun is also having perspective. As I always say, it's impossible to be grateful and unhappy at the same time. And so what you're doing is you're making sure that as you're going through that journey, before you've made that money, before you're helping other people make money, right? As you're going through that process, as you're learning, you're having perspective, because that's what true happiness is. It's perspective. You got to have perspective of the value and the intangibles of what this business brings. I look at the friendships and the relationships I have. I look at all those intangibles, and that helps me be happy. And as I'm happier and as I'm having fun in this business and I'm not treating it like a burden, I see that all of a sudden now it's easier for me to be able to recruit myself because of that perspective. I see now how it's easier for me to find that friend. I see how now it's easier to find that battle buddy. I see now how everything changes, where it's easier to be able to recruit, and it's easier to be able to achieve my passions and my dreams. So don't get it backwards of, yeah, well, I'm going to have fun when I start making money. No, it starts first with your perspective. It starts first with recruiting yourself. It starts first with making a commitment. Because as I said at the very beginning, if you haven't committed, how do you expect to get other people committed? If you haven't yet committed, how do you expect other people to commit to your business? So please drop what was the most helpful part of this training so far in the comments. You know, what helped you? Maybe it was a reminder. What was the most insightful part of this training so far? And I hope you go out and you've got a great perspective. You recruit yourself. I hope you already have that battle buddy. If you don't, start with having the perspective of recruiting yourself, and that will help you to find your battle buddy so that you can have success in this business. So thank you for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. Until the next